The Road Dogg, along with his host, the Casio Kid on Oh, You Didn't Know, poked the proverbial internet wrestling bear this week as they were answering questions from different listeners. And the question was posed to Mr. Brian James, the Road Dogg. Who's the better all-around entertainer? Road Dogg, your humble host, of course, or MJF? And would you be surprised by the answer? Check out this clip.
Are you a better sports entertainer than MJF? Just say it.
So the fact that I've taken this long should make everybody mad. Are they think by now? I don't know, dude. He's great. Like he's a really great promo. He's a really great, I mean, he's not a great wrestler, but in my mind, but I wasn't even a good one. So I don't compare that to,
You have the out that his career's not over now. Now, so he's got time to pass you if you're ahead of him now.
You want me to say I'm better, don't you? Just for the views? Is that what it is?
If you're asking my honest opinion, I think you're a better sports entertainer than here. That doesn't mean he's a bad sports entertainer. I think he is one of the best going today. My point would be, let's also see how his career ends up. I mean, he's got years ahead of him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me just give this to you plain and simple. The Road Dogg is a better sports entertainer than MJF. And that is no disrespect to MJF. I met the individual, very respectful young man, very smart young man, very smart in the way he eats, the way he trains. This surpasses me in everything. But I wanted to make the one line that everybody will read very clear. I'm a better sports entertainer than MJF.
Yeah. Nobody links to the video of this. They link to your text.
Yeah. No, I get it. Road Dogg says, and then I'll trend.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for that.
That's what I mean.
But if they listen to the whole thing, man, as a human being, I think the dude is a good dude.
You know, the Road Dogg is known to say a lot of stupid shit for the sake of entertainment on his show. And if that's how he wants to justify himself being the better entertainer of the two, then by all means. But I think this was even a step too far for the Road Dogg. Road Dogg never shy to put himself over on his pod. It's one of the harder listens. You know, my job, I listen to all these fuckers' podcasts, and I try to find the news, and some of them are just a fucking slog to get through, and Road Dogg's is one of them. He just annoys me. I'm sorry. I'm sure I annoy you. That's fine. Everybody's got their own taste. But it's also on top of that, it's the attitude that he still has. That he's just, everything was better in the Attitude Era, and everything that I did was slightly better, bigger. Look, Road Dogg, with all due respect, give him his props here. He was one of the most entertaining wrestlers of all time, period. And when he broke out, first of all, spend my day working hard on the go, 'cause the hand on the clock keeps spinning too slow. I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight. No, I'm not going to do the fucking Bruce Pritchard twang on it. My baby's got me wrapped around a little finger. Road Dogg's got talent. He's got charisma. He's out there, he did that song back in the day, and he's out, fucking rolling cables and checking the mic for Jarrett. Well, the Outlaw thing, especially when the Outlaws hit, when him and Billy teamed up, they were like empowered each other to just be chaos agents. And they were basically DX and the Attitude Era before they were even admitted to DX. I remember very specifically when Triple H was forming the new DX after WrestleMania 14, that, obviously X-Pac, that fits because we knew he was friends with Triple H and, he came from the NWO. So we already had that style. We already knew, the 6-pack, right? But when he added the New Age Outlaws, that was like, oh yeah, those guys fit perfectly in this. It's like they should have been here the whole time. So, and they were used as henchmen at times, but leading up to that, they were just kind of made official the night after. But you get the point. Road Dogg did a lot of great work in his career. He has the charisma in the ring. He knows how to work a crowd. He knows how to present a character. He knows how to rock a mic. He's charismatic on his podcast to the point of annoyance, where he's singing and shit on his fucking show. You just completely disregard that I just sang about 30 seconds ago. We don't talk about that. We're talking about the Road Dogg's podcast. And Road Dogg, highly entertaining fella. One of the most entertaining fellas. But he can't do like a dinner debonair. I think maybe he missed that. I think he's comparing himself to MJF in the ring, on the mic, like doing promo work or whatever. But MJF, like this guy, first of all, can play the wickedest evil of a bad guy, or like a goofy fucking schlub bad guy, or a fucking beloved baby face. Right? He can work any crowd. He's got them all in the palm of his hand. He's got the gift of gab like no other in this era, for sure. He's not the best of all time. I'm not saying that, but he's certainly better than Road Dogg. Put MJF and Road Dogg on the mic. We're throwing wrestling moves out completely. Though MJF should get a point for being a better in-ring wrestler than Road Dogg, as it is a category of entertainment. But even if you threw that out, okay, let's line them up on the mic together. Oh, you didn't know? Call somebody. It's the D-O-double-G. He thinks he's fucking, he makes up his little rap flows. But on a fucking recent podcast, he didn't even know who the fuck he was pitched a Illmatic shirt from Nas. He's like, Nas? Who's Nas? But yeah, Road Dogg likes to walk around like he's the gangster rapper guy. Doesn't even know. Never heard of Nas? I know Nas isn't Jay-Z, clearly one got ahead in that chase there. But, I mean, don't call yourself a rapper fan if you don't know who Nas is. Fuck, it's not like he's... I wonder if more people now know who Lil Nas X is than they know who Nas is. That's fucking wild. I'm old. Doesn't matter. Road Dogg's older. Fuck him. So on the mic, MJF's got him beat. MJF can do better character work. Road Dogg is not cutting the promos that MJF is cutting. I'm sorry. I don't know where he's living in his brain. He's not cutting better promos than MJF on his best day. He's charismatic. He can work a mic, but he can't work. MJF is a fucking maestro. He can wrap people up. His little, he gets people invested in his stories, stories about the quarters and stuff he's told a couple times. I never trusted anybody, and then I had one best friend, Adam Cole. Like, he can suck you in. His work with Punk, far superior on the mic, far superior in the ring. So 2 points to MJF so far. Okay, singer. We go back to the spend my days working hard on the go. Somebody will throw that down in the comments. They'll be like, oh, well, Road Dogg, he sang that Jeff Jarrett song. Okay. Did you watch the Dinner Debonair? Okay, so it's not like anything super spectacular, except, yeah, it was, and it won a fucking award because it was. The choreography in that, the fucking the planning that went into that, the flawless execution, MJF literally won an award from like a fucking a newspaper or magazine, I don't remember, like New York Times or something like that. Jericho got snubbed, but MJF got the fucking award because he's that good. Not to mention that he's had his own, or maybe still has for all I know, his own fucking barbershop quartet. Road Dogg thinks I can freestyle a little rap that sounds like a fucking 80s white boy trying to rap, and I can fucking shuck and jive and do one of these little shake, rattle, and roll elbow drop, and he's calling himself a better entertainer when he can go, oh, you didn't know. That's not, no. He's charismatic, and he might be more, you could argue he could be more outwardly charismatic than MJF, but a better entertainer than MJF? Is he a better actor? What movies was Road Dogg in? What movies did Road Dogg executive produce? I know it was only like a scene for like that, but how many movies was Road Dogg in that you've heard of? Was he the executive producer? Was he a executive producer? Okay, so shut the fuck up. Look, man, MJF is destined for Hollywood. He is, I think, in everybody's opinion, on that short list at the very least of one of those next guys that's going to make that transition from fucking pro wrestling to Hollywood, to mainstream, like Batista and Cena and Rock. MJF's made it clear that that's where he wants to go. And with his ability to sing, to dance, to play a sympathetic babyface, to play a despicable heel, and look at, not only that, but look at the interviews he does. Have you ever watched this man sit down and do an hour-long interview in character with anybody, anywhere? Not just somebody that's willing to work with it, but like he'll walk into some fucking, any radio station, anybody's fucking Sirius satellite radio bullshit. MJF just owns every room that he's in. There was one show, I don't remember what it was on, but they were, they were looking at his nipples and trying to say that he was on roids and stuff like that. And MJF just fucking owned them because he's MJF. I don't think Road Dogg has that ability. I just don't. And I think, in all honesty, I think MJF has more charisma, more entertainment value in his scarf than Road Dogg has. He does a fine shimmy, shake, rattle, and roll elbow drop. Man, can he get the crowd to chant, "You better call somebody." What was his other good promo? Remember when Road Dogg came out and he cut that? What was that? What promo was that? None. You remember him for being like loud and charismatic and being able to work the crowd, but do you really remember anything that he actually, like, has he left his mark on the business in the form of his artwork? As a character, for sure. He's a Hall of Fame talent, not a headlining Hall of Fame talent, but he's a Hall of Fame talent. The New Age Outlaws are Hall of Famers on their own without DX. But he's not MJF. I think I'll leave it there because all I'm doing now is just beating on Road Dogg more and pulling up more and more and more and more examples. Oh, he doesn't do this. Oh, he doesn't do that. I think, look, Cassio was kind of poking at him at the beginning of this to answer the question. And Road Dogg's like, what are you trying to get some views? So I think, obviously, we're all in this YouTube game here. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm not dumb to that either. But at the same time, look, man, they did it to start the conversation, so let's get that conversation going down in the comments below. If you have not seen the full thing, I have linked it in the description below. By the way, as a podcast journalist, I do want to pat myself or whatever, the shoulder dust thing. In this, maybe it was a different one, Road Dogg recently, Cassio said, no, it wasn't this clip. He's like, yeah, people are just going to say the bad parts, and they're not going to like give the full context, or, nobody ever shares the link. They just read the quote. I share the link in every fucking thing I cover, but alas, I'm still a nobody yelling into the void. But someday I'll get the respect that I'm due for my podcast journalist integrity. Check that link to the full video in the description below. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next. Let me tell you something, brother. You can check out full episodes each and every Sunday right here on this channel, dude. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to take your vitamins and say your prayers, brother.